Today we are going to learn about fine tuning. Fine tuning in simple layman's language means that a dish is being prepared, and now we are adding chilies, spices, salt, and pepper according to our preferences. So, to understand it, fine tuning means that a model is ready but it is not working according to the requirements of a business or a company. So we have to add certain parameters and certain features so that it aligns with the company's or individuals goals and ideas. This is all about fine tuning. Okay, now understanding it, size of any of the model depends upon the number of parameters it has, and size is directly proportional to efficiency and is also directly proportional to the cost of the cost of running a model. So the bigger the size, the greater is the efficiency, because it was being trained on multiple factors, on multiple parameters, on billions of parameters. So that is why the efficiency is quite higher. Apart from that, bigger size just means that the more number of parameters. And why it is more important? Because bigger the parameters, it becomes more capable of understanding, as basic understanding of the language is stored using the parameters only. Okay, so we can even discuss it for rest, but because now we are going to understand only fine tuning, so sticking to the topic. Now, why do we actually need fine tuning? For example, if we have tried in context learning, as discussed by the previous class, and we have tried prompt engineering, providing one shot or few short examples, then if also if the model is not working according to our wish or according to our expectations, so that means there are two factors. First, that means the data we are providing is limited to a particular organization only, and it is not applicable to a wider world, or is not applicable at a scale. And the second thing, which is second possibility, is that the model was trained on the data, which means that the model is not trained for the data. Just for an example, ChatGPT was as having all the access till September 2021. It doesn't have the features, it doesn't have the knowledge apart after 2021. So that means we are providing the data for which the model was not trained at that period of time. Just to simplify it, for example, we are asking some questions related to Hugging Face from ChatGPT, but ChatGPT will not be able to analyze those questions, or will not be able to analyze the data related to Hugging Face, because Hugging Face was not launched at that point of time when ChatGPT was trained. So in that phase, we need fine tuning so that we may assure that the model may work according to our goals and our priorities. So there are two methods of fine tuning. One is continuation and other is PEFT or LoRa. So what does continuation mean? Continuation mean that we can feed all the data sets we want to the model, and we can continue the training for the model as it was done as the model was being trained in the past, but it is very costly and it takes a lot of time. Hence this method is not recommended. Continuation is not recommended. So I'm just repeating once again. Continuation means that we want to continue the training for the model by including more of the data sets and more of the all the data sets which are available regarding the matter, and we are continuing the training. So this is known as continuation, but this is very costly. Sorry. Getting back on the same slide. Next is PEFT or LoRa. Now, what is PEFT? PEFT stands for parameter efficient fine tuning, and LoRa stands for low ranking adaptation. So what does that mean? It means that we are freezing particular sets of the model, and we are including further data sets. So to simplify it, for example, there are 100 parameters. We are freezing about 98 parameters and then including more data sets on which we want to train the model. So in this case, only zero point 0.5 or 1.5% of the data sets will be trained. It's very handy, it's very cost effective, and takes less time. So at the end, we end up training only 1% or 1.5% of the parameters available, and we get our own model, customized own model. So this is all for today. This is all about fine tuning.